What is up guys, Westtech Gamer here, today I'm unboxing the PSP 3000 Mega Bundle with a total of 17 UMDs roughly and 18 games as you see right there. I'm going to do a quick comparison between the PSP Go and the Vita right over there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, you're probably wondering, Westtech Gamer, you've already done so many videos on the PSP, don't you already have a PSP 3000? And that you are correct on, I have a blue PSP 3000, but I gave that away. I gave it away, so I gave it away and I got myself the black one. It's right there. Now you're probably wondering, where did you get this bundle from? Well, I got this bundle off eBay, right? And sometimes eBay is kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes you find really good deals, sometimes you find really bad deals. This is a good deal right here, as you see right there. A total of 17 movies and roughly 18 games, okay? And you get the console itself, which is really good. It's still in good condition. There is some scratches here and there, but they're not really as noticeable. If you're familiar with the PSP 3000, you'll know what it looked like, the classic design it has, with the PlayStation buttons here, X, square, triangle, and circle, and your usual buttons over here, your PlayStation button, your volume up and down, the brightness button, just turn it off, and then you got the, I don't know what that button does, start and select, and there's your analog stick, and there's your D-pad right there, and there's your wireless. This keeps going on. Over here is your camera attachment, and there's your WLAN switch. You can remove the battery. There you go, that's the battery, 1200 milliamps. And over here is where the UMD goes. So yeah, that's really cool it is. I managed to get it in the black color. Personally, I think the black color looks the best out of the PSP lineup. You obviously got your dual speakers right there. So there's the PSP itself. And here's the games. All right, let me show you the games real quick. But before we do that, actually, before we look at the games, let's kind of compare between all the models. So there's the PSP 3000 compared to the PSP Go. So that's your difference right there. So there's a big difference in size. This is obviously smaller, sitting at a screen at 3.8 inches. And as you see right there, the button layout is completely different. Over here, we've got a slide up design. Yeah, so it's pretty much different. The design is pretty much different, but yeah, it still has your same buttons there, but it's much smaller, doesn't play UMDs, and yeah, and it doesn't have a touchscreen like many people think it does. It doesn't. So that's your size difference between that. And over here, we go to the PS Vita itself. The PS Vita is definitely noticeably larger. It's a 5-inch screen, and this is a 4.3-inch screen. And this has dual analog sticks. It's pretty much similar in the button layout and everything, but just got a lot more to it with the second analog stick. And some things did change in the model, obviously, like your volume up and down button is right there. And it obviously takes SD cards as games instead of UMDs, which is much better because that means there's less skipping, no problems when you're playing games. And that's kind of a major benefit there, so really good. And over here we've got a micro USB instead of the proprietary Sony one they used back in the day, which is kind of like a laptop charger. Before I forget, this takes another proprietary one. It kind of looks like the Vita 1000 charger. That's what it looks like. So that's kind of a quick comparison between that. As you see right there, the sizes do kind of change. Let's take a look at the movies right now. So the movies this is what we get for the movies. I'll move all out the way now. So the first movie we get is, well, whatever this is, this football thing, 250 goals. I'm only going to be watching that because I don't really like football. This is my favourite one, Next Friday by Ice Cube. I really loved all the Friday movies he put out there, from Friday to Next Friday and the Friday after that. I wish he did more, and I hope he does release another one maybe in the future. That's something maybe he could do. So that's that. Stuff like that. I don't really watch movies in general. My favorite type of movies is the classic 90s movies, like, for example, like Boys in the Hood, Friday by Ice Cube, Juice by Tupac, Above the Rim, Gridlock. I like those kind of movies a lot. Yeah, there's some other movies I like watching, but that's kind of the genre I like watching movies in. So that's kind of the movies we get. And the games, let's take a look at the games. The game pile is so huge. So let's take a look at the first one. We got Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Got a PSP, I already have a game library for it, but this is something to add to it right there, because some of these games I actually don't have, some of them I do have, so some of them will be duplicates, and the movies, I don't really have a movie collection for it, but the movie I'll definitely be watching is Friday by Ice Cube. Really good movie that is. I highly suggest you watch that. So that's kind of a wee look at the PSP. We did a quick comparison between the PSP Go, the PSP 3000, which I got today and unboxed, and the PS Vita right there. So you kind of look at all the models, how they came up. Personally, my favorite model is this one right here. This is one that started it all for me. Back in the day, it was amazing to have all that stuff. And back in the day, it was amazing also because you're playing console games on the go, really console games on the go. Like everything that came out in the PS2 came straight to the PSP. And that's why I say the PS2, the PSP is a PS2 on the go, and anyone will tell you that, because look at all the games back there. You got Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you got some Grand Theft Auto games back there, there's some Crash Bandicoot games, Simpsons game, there's so much driving games for it, so much shooting games for it, there's a whole movie collection for it. Like dang, like they went all out on the system and has so many accessories such as the camera. If you want to use it for games such as Invisibles, you can buy it separately. And over here we've got another feature right here. If you want to play all your games on the TV, just buy the cable online, which is only £3 on Amazon Prime. And people always say to me, should I buy a PSP Go or a PSP 3000? I would say buy a PSP 3000 first, because look at the amount of games you have to offer for it, and you've got a whole movie collection for it, and you've got tons of accessories. Like the PSP Go has accessories, but keep in mind everything's all digital, so no UMD drive, no nothing, and that's kind of its major downfall. Because yeah, the UMDs cause so much trouble, but the thing is they started off with the UMDs, so if they wanted to do digital right, they should have done digital from the start. But me personally, I prefer physical games, so I would like to see a physical format of games right here and a way to play your UMDs on the PSP Go. So, you know, because that's why a lot of people didn't buy it back in the day, because keep in mind, this wasn't an upgrade to a lot of people, because the thing is, their big game library didn't work on this, and their big movie library and all the accessories didn't work with this. So to them, that was a D grade. And that's why I personally didn't buy it, because I thought it was a D grade. It's not really a D grade, because I think it's a really good portable handheld system. But if you ask me which one to buy first, you go for PSP 3000, you go for the Vita, and then you go for the PSP Go. Handheld you prefer at the end of the day, but that's my personal preference. Go for this one, that one, and this one. That's my personal preference. And that's pretty much it, the unboxing video of the PSP 3000. I've done so many videos on all these PSP models. Keep in mind, I've done a game collection video for the PSP 2000 / PSP 1000, and I've done a boxing video of the PSP Go and some cases for it on the channel, and a review video. So if you're still kind of stuck on should I buy a PSP Go, should I buy this and that, watch this review and this should help you. So I'll leave an annotations right there, so it kind of helps you. And I go so in depth on it, of all the features of it, of what it does, and who the handheld is targeted at. So that's that review right there. So I'll go really in depth of that. If you really want to see that, I'll leave it on the annotations. And yeah, that's pretty much it, the video. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like if you like this video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time.